Hi, I'm Anne McDonough. I'm making this video to present the creative capstone project that I did for my master's in learning and emerging technologies at Empire State College. I'm interested in finding ways to help adult college students with high levels of math anxiety find a place where productive work is more possible for them. And the research that I did confirms that these high levels of math anxiety that many adult college students have interferes with the production of new memories, and it interferes with their engagement with learning new material. So the goal of this creative project was to develop a virtual world where a student could have a social learning experience with the threat of exposure removed. I used the Unity 3D video game engine to design a learning environment where students have the companionship of an embodied pedagogical agent, the junior scientist, to help them navigate new learning. So this embodied pedagogical agent is essentially a more comfortable companion for the math anxious student than another human being would be. This project's a prototype and development's ongoing, but I wanted to present this tour of what is developed so far so that someone reading my paper could better understand the activity. This is the initial screen here for someone entering the activity. The student is given some instructions about how to move around in the world and how to find help. And then over here we have an introduction basically to what's about to happen to them, which is that they're going to enter a fish lab and the junior scientist is going to come talk to them. And it tells them that they'll be choosing answers from the bottom of the screen. So the branching dialogue is the main pedagogical tool here. It's similar to branching dialogues people use in video games, but the answers are, and the questions are more detailed because they're talking about a fairly complicated topic. So when you enter the scene, the junior scientist on the left there is kind of getting yelled at by his boss because he doesn't know what he's doing. This is a scene that I developed in Unity using items from the Unity Asset Store, and also these are Mixamo models. This building I got from the Asset Store, but and the animations and the dialogue I developed in Unity. So the junior scientist is here, ready to talk to us. When you give him a right mouse click, his speech appears at the top of the screen, and further developments of the game that could be audio files, which are easy to add in this conversation system. But the student answers are at the bottom of the screen. So, he's saying he needs help, and he's kind of recognizing you, the student player, from his stats class, and you can click on an answer down here and he tells you more about what's happening. Sometimes there are not multiple choices for the student at the bottom, sometimes there are. There are basically 4 main conversation threads here, and they vary in complexity, and there's sort of more explanation in some than in others. Others get little sort of to the math sooner for people who don't need as much explanation along the way. That the idea being that the student can repeat the activity and use the conversational thread that's most effective for them, and that hopefully that gets to be the more complex thread as time goes on. I'm just going a little bit further here. He's talking about what she asked him to do, and the student player is answering him. And here, this student is saying that they have their notes from class. So this is on the escape menu, and it tells you here at the bottom to hit the escape key to see these notes. It freezes the game and gives you options for various things to look at. Again, this is a prototype, so they're not all developed, but but you have this, you know, sort of page of notes that you took in class, and neither you nor the junior scientist really totally understand what this all means, but you took all these notes and you're going to kind of talk about them to help clarify your understanding of what this measure is for, how to calculate it. So all of these four kind of main threads that I described for the branching dialogue all kind of go through a discussion of what the standard error is, how you use it in a scientific situation like this, and in some of them you're actually calculating it, but in the at the end of each of those, the junior scientist asks you to basically go talk to his boss for him, because he's kind of nervous. So the student player, after this conversation is over, can head over here to talk to the senior scientist, and she does not yet have this attached to her because this project is still being developed, but she will, when the student clicks on her, a dialogue with her will come up, and that will be an assessment. So the summative assessment of what the student has figured out from doing this activity to see if they're understanding the standard error of the mean. The other sort of interactive piece that will be developed, sorry, my character's running a little bit fast here. The other interactive piece that will be developed is out past the junior scientist here. There's this this table that I hope to develop with more interactivity. Right now you click on the fish scale and it, and it sort of spits out some information at you. But I would like for this area to eventually be interactive and be a place where the junior scientist and the student player could take samples together and talk more about the sampling process. This is, you know, there's lots of space here for developing other activities and making it, you know, there's sort of other rooms in this building and other potential areas for developing more activities. And so I found that doing just this much development made me realize the potential that this sort of environment has for teaching, and obviously the reusability of spaces and of characters and animation would be an important part of development, you know, of scaling the development for other applications or for expanding this application. So thanks for watching.